Relax, darling. It's just me. No, don't get up. I got it. My apologies if I gave you a fright. It wasn't my intention. I was merely in the neighborhood and I saw your light was on, so I decided to let myself in. Well, I knew if I knocked, it would have been a 50-50 chance of you letting me in for very good reasons, obviously, but I'm not in the mood to be denied tonight. What? This? Don't worry your pretty little head about that, darling. It's nothing. Merely a misunderstanding. You've gotten sharper. It's good. Yes, my wanting to see you is not the only reason why I let myself in through the window. It was the primary reason, mind you, but not the only one. Apologies for the false pretenses, but I needed a place to lie low for a bit. I'm sure everything will resolve itself before dawn breaks. Do you really have that little faith in me? No. I would never drag my professional life here for you to deal with. It's just a bit of family drama that I'm not in the mood to deal with. No, I don't mind sharing with you, darling, but it's honestly quite mundane and boring, and I don't think you'd want to hear it. Well, an uncle of mine is coming over to visit. He's always been a bit of a disciplinarian and would not be the most kind to me whenever I acted out. I suppose the man forgot that children do grow up eventually, and they do learn how to fight back, because now, every time he tries to interact with me in a barbaric manner, something gets broken. And I don't mean plates or vases. I'm scary. Am I really? Well, darling, I can promise you this. You have nothing to fear from me. I have no interest in hurting something as perfect as you. I do have an interest in owning it, however, but no. Never hurt. Your hair. Nothing, it's just... It smells quite nice. I heard that brand was nice. I'll have to give it a try myself soon. What are you still doing awake, darling? Don't you have class in the morning? Did you forget the fact that we got to know each other quite intimately the first time we met? You'll have to build a time machine for me to forget everything I learned about you that day. Crazy. Maybe a little. But you're strong. You can handle it, can't you? Just like you can handle my less than stellar proclivities. Good. Very good. I'm very proud of you, darling. Now, tell me, what's plaguing that pretty little head of yours right now? What's keeping you up? You just can't sleep. Maybe you sensed that I was coming? Go ahead and lay down for me. That's it. Get comfortable. Good. Are you alright with me holding you? Yes, I know. Kind of strange that I have no problem barging into your place without permission, but I'll always ask before I touch. So, can I? Alright. So I was right. There is something plaguing you, isn't there? Well, go on. Tell me. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I honestly don't know what to say or how to help, especially since I don't really have a frame of reference, but I think I can sort of understand where you're coming from. Existing is difficult. It really isn't as simple as getting out of bed in the morning, having a coffee or a tea, then going to work or school. It's so much more complicated than that. There's so much one has to do to survive until the next day, and even more so if they want to have a fulfilling life. So your feelings and concerns are not invalid, nor are they unwarranted. Of course, darling, I'll always be here to validate you and your feelings. You're mine. Ever since the day we met, I knew you were mine. You were so sweet and sincere when you had every right not to be. You're good, and down to your very core. And I'd be a fool to not want to keep that all for myself. I want all of your good days and your bad ones too. I want to hold you in my arms and never let go. I want to never see another person except you when we're together. And most importantly, I will do anything, everything, to ensure your happiness. Does it frighten you? Does it unsettle you? To know that there's someone out there who wants to possess and own every single part of you. To know that you've let that very person invade your space and your life. And to know that there is absolutely nothing you can do to get them to leave. I love the rain. Most people hate it because it causes a great deal of inconvenience for them. But I don't mind it. When it rains like this, when you can hear the soft pitter-pattering on your windows, there's a sort of peaceful quality to it. Rain covers up and washes away a multitude of sins. I've used it to my advantage more than once, if I'm to be honest with you. And I always want to be honest with you. I've been watching you ever since that day we first met. I've been keeping an eye on you from afar. I wanted to know if you were getting to your classes on time, if you were having any troubles at work, if there was anything I can do to ease the burden of existence. Your little roommate caused you more trouble than necessary during that entire exchange, and I can never be sorry enough for it. I watched as you fought with them on the day you kicked them out. I was very impressed. Who knew someone as soft as you could be so ferocious? I definitely learned not to get on your bad side that day. You're so interesting to me. Most people I know are rather one-dimensional, but you, Every time I get to know another part of you, a new one shows up. It's fascinating, and I want to know it all. You've been awfully quiet for someone who just learned they've been stalked for quite some time now. Could it be because you truly don't mind? Or could it be because you've known the entire time? You've known someone's been watching you from the shadows, keeping an eye on you, waiting for the right moment to strike. But somewhere in that mind of yours, you realize that that feeling of being watched isn't a malicious one, but rather a protective one. One of concern and admiration. One that, after a while, you grew used to. And dare I say, fond of. Is that why you weren't as unsettled as you probably should have been when I climbed through your windows? Very well, darling. I'll believe you. You didn't know. You just don't mind. No, I'm not. I'm perfectly content with the fact that you haven't tried to fight me off yet. Because even if you did, even if you tried to run away from me, I'll find you. Forgive me for my selfishness, darling, but I'm unfortunately completely and entirely enamored of you. And I'm afraid I can't let go. No one will take you from me. Not even yourself. And I hope at some point in time you'll come to terms with that. You never cease to amaze me with your strength, darling. No, I think I've made it quite clear that I'm never letting go. But I do have to get home at some point in time. Just not anytime soon. Of course. I'll stay with you until you fall asleep. And I'll stay and hold you for a while after that. I do. I really do like having you in my arms. Not that a reminder is imperative for me to remember, but having you in my arms makes me realize just how soft and sweet and innocent you truly are. I can't help but want to hold on to you and protect you from the rest of the world. Would you like that? Would you like me to whisk you away from here and hide you from all that troubles you? I can tell just from your breathing that you're still hiding a lot from me. And even though that is your prerogative, it still infuriates me to know that there's so much about you that I've yet to know. If that's what you want, to hide away from the rest of the world, just say the word and I'll make it happen. You'll never have to trouble yourself with anything anymore. You'll never have to carry the burdens of those around you. You'll never have to worry about paying for the consequences of another person's actions. You'll never have to hold on to any fear again. Just say the word, darling. Say the word and I promise you'll never have to trouble yourself with anything anymore. I thought not. But you'll forgive me for dreaming. Yes, I'll stay until you fall asleep. I promise. I'll stay until you've grown bored and tired of me. And when that day comes, I'll convince you to let me stay. You're not getting rid of me, darling. I'm hooked. I've been hooked since the day I was assigned to you. And I'm never letting go.